How many times have you counseled someone or given advice only for the person to have excuses and come back time and time again with the same issue? What causes people to change their behavior has been a topic for social scientists for decades, and Prochaska and DiClemente's model of stages of change continues to be used as best practice when looking at behavior change theory and addiction. In this video, we're going to walk through the 6 stages of change and how we can support behavior changes in others. My name is Laura, founder of Hope Made Strong, equipping you and your ministry team as you support and care for others in your community. Change is hard, and lifestyle change is so much harder. So as helpers and caregivers, we're often walking alongside people who are facing change. One of the best known approaches of change is the stages of change model introduced by researchers Prochaska and Carlo DiClemente. The stages of change model is helpful in understanding how people go through behavior change and that change occurs gradually and that relapses are not supposed to be punished, but are considered to be just a part of the process. This model demonstrates that change is rarely easy and it often requires a gradual progression of small steps towards a specific goal. The first stage of change is known as pre-contemplation. During the pre-contemplation stage, people are not considering change at all. They actually don't even see their behavior as a problem. In some cases, people in this stage don't understand that their behavior is harmful, and they may believe that they have no control over it. If you're supporting someone at this stage, it would be way too much to ask them to change because for them, there is no incentive or benefits of changing. Whether they say it out loud or not, they are likely thinking, why change? Or I can't change, or I don't want to change. If the person you're supporting is in the pre-contemplation stage, you are simply asking curious questions and introducing the idea of change. In this stage, you may be more focused on building awareness of the harmful consequences of their actions. Questions like, how does your behavior impact your life? Or does it impact your relationships, health, or finances? Has your behavior ever caused you hardship or problems? Have you ever tried to change this behavior in the past? How would you know if this behavior became a problem? This type of questioning is not intended to create change, but just self-reflection so that the desire for change grows. The second stage is contemplation. In this stage, people are more aware of the benefits of making change. However, the costs or pain of change often outweigh the benefits, and as a result, there's ambivalence or uncertainty. People talk about change, but there's very little action or progress. The anthem of this stage is yeah, but. And if you hear a yeah, but, then it is likely the person is in contemplation stage. This stage can last for a very long time, months or even possibly years, and this is often where people get stuck. As helpers, our role is to build the awareness of the benefits of change and support people to overcome the barriers. This can be slow and tedious work, and as a result, it can be tempting to push people harder than it is helpful. But this isn't a time to manipulate, shame, or coerce people into change. Ask questions like, why is it that you want to change? Or what is preventing you from changing? Or what are some things that could help you to make this change? This type of questioning is helpful as it points to problem solving and the benefits of change. The third stage is preparation. During the preparation stage, those who you support may begin to make small changes to prepare for a larger life change. For example, if losing weight is the goal, they might switch to lower fat foods. Or if the goal is trying to quit smoking, they may just smoke less and less cigarettes a day. These are the beginning steps to change, and the scale has shifted. The pain of remaining in the habit is now greater than the pain of change. However, disappointment, lack of quick wins, and setbacks can be considered failure and often deter people from change. It can be helpful to prepare a list of motivating statements, write down goals, find resources such as support groups, counselors, or friends who can offer advice and encouragement. Try to build up momentum early and start small to achieve some quick but small wins. The fourth stage is action, and people begin to take direct action in accomplishing those goals. If someone is taking action towards achieving a goal, congratulate and reward them for any positive steps. Reinforcement and support is extremely important in helping maintaining positive steps towards change. But this isn't the time to sit back as supporters. Take time to periodically review those motivations, resources, and progress in order to refresh the commitment and the belief in their abilities. The fifth stage is maintenance. Maintenance phase involves successfully avoiding former behaviors and keeping up new behaviors. It's helpful when trying to maintain a new behavior to look for ways to avoid temptation. So brainstorming ways to replace old habits with more positive ones is really helpful. If people falter, don't be too hard on them or critical. Instead, remind them of that it was just a temporary setback and it's not a permanent situation. During this stage, people become more and more assured that they will be able to continue that change that they've chosen to do. The sixth and final stage is relapse. In any behavior changes, relapses are a common occurrence. When people go through a relapse, they might be experiencing feelings of failure, disappointment, and frustration. The key to success is not to let these setbacks undermine self-confidence. If there's a lapse back to an old behavior, take a hard look at why that has happened. What has triggered the relapse? What can be done to avoid these triggers in the future? And while relapses can be difficult, the best solution is to start again at the beginning with the preparation stage. It might be helpful to reassess people's resources and techniques, reaffirm motivation, plan of action, and commitment to the goals. Also, make plans for how to deal with any future temptations. I hope the 6 stages of change give you a framework of how people change. And if you're finding that you're working harder for change than the person you're supporting, then they may be in the pre-contemplation stage, and your time would be better spent on awareness building. Or if you're getting frustrated at hearing complain or say they need to change, but there's never any follow-through, they're likely in the contemplation stage. And your support should shift from action-focused to minimizing barriers and confidence building. Change is difficult, but we can do hard things. And as supporters, we are often walking alongside of people, building into their lives so that they can overcome. Use the stages of change model to learn how to best support people through difficult life changes. Take care.